Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Jason Wood. This is Yacht Habit Podcast Episode 4. Today, I have a distinguished guest. I have Mr. Michel Thomann, world-class chef, best chef I've ever had in my life, and this is the only person in the world that's ever gotten me to eat mushrooms. This man.
That's true.
Yeah. Since I was a kid, we lived near Campbell's mushroom plant, and the smell from the plant, it made me disgusted, and I would never eat mushrooms. And this man promised me he was gonna make me eat mushrooms, and I ate them, and it was pretty damn good. So welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Good morning, Jason. I'm happy to see you. Already I don't see you for 2-3 months. Not 3 months at least.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, we worked together 3 years, and it's so you lost weight.
I hit the gym.
But you look great.
I did some yoga. I had to do a little bit of yoga. I was getting fat.
I have to do yoga too.
So one thing I want to ask.
Yeah.
I know you're a watch guy.
Yeah.
What are you wearing today?
It's Audemars Piguet
It's beautiful.
chronograph.
Bring something from the
It's the
closet.
only one luxury thing. For the rest, I don't care, car and everything, but I will say watches, and it's one of my passion.
Watches and shoes. That's it. I like comfortable shoes.
Yeah,
running
me
shoes.
too. Yes, and the
watches.
rest, no T-shirt and Adidas sponsor.
I like it. Okay, so everybody, like I know you, but everybody out there doesn't. Some people do. You have a lot of followers on Instagram, but in general, I want people to understand a little bit about you. Why cooking? Why being a chef out of all the passions?
Then I tell you, long story, short story. I just do a bio. I started my life. I was in a cooking school for 4 years in France, one of the best cooking school. And this time we don't say celebrity chef or chef, blah blah. I was a cook, you know. It was not the system. We don't have TV in that moment and everything. Then it was very very difficult. French school is the most difficult school even now to learn cooking. I jump 4 years, and then I do internment. I have to work with a chef in his kitchen to know how we operate in a kitchen, but we know how to butcher, how to clean fish, how to clean meat, how to do everything. They tell you everything. And the first year you clean dish, you clean pot, you don't cook. Then after I was in the army, my mother died.
Right.
And I have a shock, and I was in a program for the French government in the service secret for 5 years, and because I have my mind was totally everything changed, and my life changed, and I didn't know what I want. I want just leave. And they find out that I'm good on that, whatever. And it was very nice because in that time I was with the French president, François Mitterrand. I was one of the youngest on this time in the Secret Service. Yeah, what you call you
Secret
Service.
Service. Yeah.
It's a little bit more, it's different. And then what it was nice, I was cooking. You know, each time when the president or when I have to go with a minister or ambassador or some, we was 12 people, and on these 12 people, we need a chef.
Yeah.
Because we cannot eat food from, it's like the same as the pilot. You have the pilot, co-pilot have different food. Then the guy say, hey, you was in the cooking school and everything, you don't want to be the chef. And then the fact, I cook for the 12, I did a menu for 6. And then I did a different menu for 6. We never know if you have food poison or whatever. We want to be sure. Then I don't have to do the walk in the night. I have a very great life because they give me a budget, and I cook a restaurant budget for 3 days, and after we have amazing food. It was amazing. And then when I was with the president, we don't go in a fast food. We rent a restaurant. And then the president come with his guests, and the fact that I was on this cuisine, chef, they say, okay, you are in charge of the kitchen. You have to control the people in the kitchen because if there's a problem, the VP, we bring the VP outside by the kitchen because it's, you know, you have the garbage and everything and it's not too much people. If it's some trouble, it's less people. Then I was on charge in the kitchen and then I came 1 week before and I work with the best chef. You know, you don't go in the fast food and I meet some very amazing big chef in my life. And then I had Paul Bocuse and he asked me all the time, he said, what you doing? He said, what is he cooking? He said, what you doing? Because I was cooking like right and left. And he said, one day if you change your mind, let me know. And my doors is open. And I changed my mind 5 years after. And I go in his restaurant and he said, oh, are you coming? Or he was joking with me. I say, no, can I come? He said, are you joking? I said, no, I'm not joking. And I worked 2 years with the best chef, I think, in this time in the world, the oldest, Paul Bocuse. Then after 2 years, I decide, I was very special. I'm not a little bit wide, you know, I like to do, and he said to me, Michel, you are the worst student because you do exactly what you want and you don't follow, but you are very lucky, you have talent. And I didn't understand what he means. He said, everything is easy. It's like you have that in your blood. We can see that you have that in your blood because whatever we give you, whatever I tell you to do, you do it and you make that, like, it's a common sense, you know? Yeah. Then, well, you know, in this time you are young, you are 25, 26, okay. I was 26, I said, okay, whatever. And I travel and I cook and I have to make, to live, to make some money to feed myself, you know? Then already I work chef here, right, left. You have to understand, in France, when you are chef, you do everything by yourself. Right. I mean, you have no, like in America, you go in some kitchen and even a stupid restaurant, you have a 6, 7, 10, sometimes I say 15, 20 people.
Sous chef, line chef, you have everybody.
Yeah. Only now, when you are you work in a restaurant, you are the chef, the dishwasher, you do everything. You know, in this time, it will say I'm 60. Imagine I was 26, 27. Then and you do everything from scratch. It's not like now you buy everything. You put powder, water, milk, whatever shit. No, you have to do everything by yourself. Then I was so fucking stressed.
I remember I went to Italy for a while, and I went to the grocery store to think I could get salad dressing, ketchup, I could get pasta sauce. I was in the grocery store for 4 hours. 4 hours. 4 hours. They don't, everything, it's like here. Everything is just raw materials that they want you to create, every sauce, everything. 4 hours, man. It took a long time. I got thin, and then I got fat, because I discovered Italian food. But it's difficult. You have to cook. You have to really cook, and you have to know what's going in. But one thing I wanted to say is I want to say extra special thanks to Robert from International Food and Wine. We're just off 17th Street in Fort Lauderdale. He was gracious enough to let us come into his shop. I've been here before with you. And
yes, it's my favorite shop. I work with Robert already for 6 years because we help. You know, the chef in the yachting, they don't have a lot of time. Sometimes you have to, it's not like you have a restaurant. In a restaurant, you have a restaurant, it doesn't move, nothing. When you're on a boat, it moves, it's small, the life is totally different. Yes. Believe me, people make sometimes a mistake. What is a chef in a restaurant is not a chef in a boat, and what is a chef in a boat is not a chef in a restaurant.
Yeah, I've seen different. Imagine, for people that don't understand, if you're cooking on a large yacht, even let's say anywhere from 100 feet to 150 foot, that size boat, the kitchen, the galley is about the size of your bathroom. So if you think of your bathroom or your laundry room, it's not the size of a bedroom, it's not the size of your kitchen at home. It's so small that every square inch of the galley is used. I remember coming into the galley one time, and you had a board set up across from counter to counter with plated. And I was like, what's happening? And you said, this is all the space I have. I have no space.
You know, the best chef in the yachting, if you were talking on the boating, you find the best chef between 100 and 150. And why? Because first is no sous chef. They have no sous chef. They are alone. They have a small kitchen. And they have 10 to 12 guests. Yeah. When you go over 150, you have a sous chef, and the number of guests is the same. Between 100 and 150 is the maximum they can bring.
12 guests, and they say, I'm allergic to air, I'm
Oh.
allergic to water, I'm allergic to milk, I'm allergic to, I'm allergic to sunlight, I have a soy allergy, I'm gluten-free, I'm like, guys, where did all these allergies come from? I have, what is it? What is the crazy, I'm keto.
Keto.
I have to test my blood every
yeah,
morning. I'm
I
like,
had that. I
it's
had
like,
that.
Guys, hold on a second.
Yeah, I had that.
How did you live
Yeah.
as kids? When I was a kid, if you got McDonald's, that's what you got. If you got a chicken nugget, that's what you got. You didn't have time to be allergic to so many different things. I understand like peanut allergy and serious allergies where you're going to end up with an anaphylactic shock, but I think people are saying I just want to be different. I brought my iPad and I brought some of my favorite dishes that I've ever had. The first one is the apple. And I show it to my friends and they're like, oh, it's just an apple. Is it a caramel apple? I'm like, no. They're like, well, what is it? So how would you describe this apple?
Okay, then I designed this. That was one of my first desserts I started, and it's an apple cheesecake, but it's a dairy-free. And inside is the apple. I do a compote. I froze that. I put inside. I cover, and then I cover and I do a white chocolate, and I make this apple. And in my front, I take the real apple that I can copy the same color. And when I find the color, I fix it and I stop.
I'm gonna pick my favorite of all time. This one.
That
egg.
is the egg Alexander.
Jeez.
I see so much people, they do just normal caviar with toast, and I think that's, we do that already for 6 years. Then I say, now I have to find something totally different. And I did this eggs, it's a shelf salmon eggs, and inside I do avocado, a crab salad just with uzu, and then red onion chopped very, very skinny, white eggs, a yellow eggs, and then a tuna tartare, and then I top it with the caviar. And when
so
you go
good. It was
inside
so good.
with a small spoon, it's like
It was insane.
a lot of...
So people understand, you take the egg and you crack just the top off the egg.
yes. It's
All-
some,
all
you,
of-
then
I
you,
saw the little machine.
yes,
Yeah.
it's a machine. You talk about a cut. Sorry, my English is not that precise. And I cut just the top. You take out and you clean the
Hollow
egg.
the egg and then you just do layer after
Yes.
layer. I had this and I was like, it was a whole meal and it was the size of one medium-sized egg, and it was insane.
I did that for the Leonardo DiCaprio birthday 1 year ago. It's going to be pretty soon 1
He
year
got
ago.
lucky. He got lucky, man.
And it was amazing because I did 23. It's the first time I did 23. I tell you, it's very difficult. And each server, we have a 23 server because you can take only one egg in your hand.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Then we have to serve the 23 in the same time. Then we had 23 server. It was amazing. There was, I call them the eggs Alexander, about Russian caviar and blah blah.
So before we go any further, you got some products.
Yeah.
I want to check out and see what you got. The knife, I know because I've got one and it's awesome. So let's take a look at that.
If I design a knife, it was a very nice story. Voila. You see, with my name, but
Oh,
very
that's cool.
discreet, very, very discreet. Just part of a nice experience with two beautiful, nice women, and they do a food show, and the name of the food show is Seven Up. And it was nice to see you,
It's
brother.
great to see you, brother. So get the water, get the knife, and Google Michel Thomann. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. It's a pleasure. It's good to see you.
Just in time. We designed a new flow program for your mind. I see you got your feet straight, stuck in your problem times the world's still revolving without your involvement. Now I can harden up, start throwing out attacks and jacks with my facts. But let's just relax. There's only one way to shake the tension of the matter. Earth shatter. Spin the platter. You got to take a chance with this, get down and dance with this. Loosen up your pants with this, so make a move on you miss with this. So play a disc of this, fold a kiss, fold the bass with this. You got to take a chance with this, get down and dance with this. Loosen up your pants with this, make a move on you miss with this. So play a disc of this, fold a kiss, fold the bass with this. Yay, take me to the edge of back, just watch my back. Take the axe, attack, mix, just relax. Mix, match, dispatch, dispense. You're dismissed, so just dance. So pick up all your faces, don't be hasty with the aces. Faces, dum-dums of the traces. See the fear of me, disgraces. Past the generals, the captains, and crapins. With this rap begins. Welcome friends, the future's in the present tense. You got to take a chance with this. Get down and dance with this. Loosen up your pants with this. So make a move on you miss with this. So play a disc of this. Fold a kiss, fold the best with this. You got to take a chance with this. Get down and dance with this. Loosen up your pants with this. So make a move on you miss with this. So play a disc of this. Fold a kiss, fold the best with this. You got to take a chance with this. Get down and dance with this. Loosen up your pants with this. Make a move on you miss with this. So play a disc of this. Fold a kiss, fold the best with this.